Hey everybody, it's Roo-ray in Palma de Mallorca, Spain, and today, please join me for a 4K hyper-smooth bike ride from Palma, the PORTIXOL neighbourhood, all the way up to Playa de Palma. Well, hey guys, thanks so much for joining me today for this real-time bike ride towards Playa de Palma in the east. It's a very long and popular beach, just about 6 kilometres from Palma. It should take us around about 20 minutes by bike, so I'm going to break this video into 2 parts. We're taking off from PORTIXOL, which is an old fishing village that has kind of been engulfed by Palma, and it's now become a very trendy neighbourhood. But already we are leaving PORTIXOL and approaching the new Molinar port development. You can see this construction site here. This is a new harbour they're building. It was scheduled to be finished by June 2020, but I think coronavirus has slowed all that down. That building that we're just about to pass on the right is being kept. It's one of the original buildings at the original port, but this is all brand new. Look at this area, it's lovely, isn't it? Multi-million euro homes. You can't live down here unless you're absolutely loaded. And word on the street is the founder of Lindt Chocolate has just bought a house here. So that's the kind of neighbour you're going to have if you move down to the new Molinar port development. You can see they're just finishing things up there, planting some palm trees. We're just about to approach the elevated promenade that runs alongside the bike path here for about 1 kilometre or so. It's a nice place to skate, to walk the dog, to walk with a suitor, perhaps, a romantic stroll with a new lover. There are little slivers of sand down at the water in various parts where you can set up a parasol and catch some rays. Then there's stretches of rocks, these rocks that have been placed there to break the force of the sea along the coast. And then you'll also find little mini beach areas too, little mini playitas, where you can come and enjoy a day at the water. Never very busy down here. These are the kind of spots for people that live down here or people that have just been out using the promenade and fancy having a quick dip. Several nice cafes and restaurants dotted along here, and you can see here this monument coming up on the right, this obelisk. That's a sculptural obelisk called La Gaviota, which translates as the seagull. Didn't really look like a seagull to me, but hey, art is subjective, isn't it? It's a nice place to go and sit though. Now, I believe you're not actually allowed on the promenade with a bicycle, but because I'm the kind of guy that when you give me rules, I'll bend them, conventions, I'll karate chop them, you can't control me, I'm a maverick, I'm up here. I'm like a rebel without a cause, except I do have a cause actually. My cause is making charming travel videos for your entertainment pleasure. This also seems like the perfect opportunity to remind you to subscribe to the channel. It's completely free to subscribe to my channel on YouTube, and I make lots of exciting travel videos from Mallorca, Scotland and beyond. So please, subscribe. As you can see, there's quite a lot of rocks here, so this would not be a good place to try and access the water. But then again, you've got these little beaches that keep cropping up. A couple of hazards ahead here. This gentleman's got his parasol horizontal across the front of his bike. Not too clever. Narrowly avoiding a head-on collision with that gentleman in a wheelchair. That would have not been good for me or for him. I think I would have come off slightly better. The path beginning to open up now as we approach CIUDAD JARDÍN, which is a town beach. This is the area, it's called CIUDAD JARDÍN, and this is their playa. It's quite big, it's probably just under a kilometre long, nice and deep, lots of space, with decent water. I think the last time I was here, it's been a long time since I've been to CIUDAD JARDÍN beach. So we're going to skip it. We normally go to Playa de Palma if we're going to go somewhere easy, which is where I'm taking you today. This cyclist cutting in front. Oh, he's taken the law into his own hands. And he's gone off-road. Well, I thought I was the only lunatic on the cycle path today, but clearly I've got a rival here. A true renegade of the cycle paths of Mallorca. Couple of fairly standard beach cafe slash bar slash restaurants there on the right, and a children's play park as well. Lots of places to park around here. It's a nice spot if you are in the area. I've got a couple of friends that live around here. And there's our cyclist friend again, making his way back onto the bike path. I mean, what's that earned him? I hope he's proud of himself. He's only gained a few lengths on me. Was it worth it? Was it worth risking so many lives just to get a 10-metre edge on me, eh? What we've actually done there is we've skipped a tiny section of path there. You'll have seen that from the crude dissolve in the editing there. That's because I needed to stop to go to the toilet. There's no secrets with me, okay? The path gets a little bit narrow here. We've got to watch out for foot traffic and oncoming cyclists in this corner. We get lucky, there's nobody there, and we're passing this cute little playa. This is called Playa del Peñón. A Spanish flag there, just to remind you of where you are and where your allegiances lie. This is going to get tight, elbow to elbow stuff there. Up at the end there, I don't know if you can see it in the far right, there's a restaurant up there called El Peñón, I believe. Never been in. Another blind corner here, hoping to get lucky. We are absolutely cruising today. Nothing but green lights. People also like to walk their dogs on the bike path here. I do remember, I think it was about this section of the path many, many years ago. I almost killed a chihuahua coming round one of the corners here. Chihuahua on a leash in the middle of the bike path. Swinging left here onto a bumpy part of the path. Excuse the finger there was a finger in shot there. That's me trying to steady the camera because of the cobbles. The camera was bouncing around and I was worried it would fall off the handlebars. But we survived and we're back to the smooth cruising of the very well-tended bike paths of Mallorca. Really, Mallorca is a cyclist's paradise. And actually, a lot of professional teams come here in the off-season, in the autumn, in the winter, in the spring, and they come and they race around the island. Well folks, I believe we're at CALA GAMBA now. CALA GAMBA. And now guys, we're actually approaching the end of this first half of my journey to Playa de Palma. This part of the coastline I believe is called Playa of the Dogs, Beach of the Dogs. It's basically a place where you can bring your dog for a shit and nobody minds. There actually used to be an amazing chiringuito, an amazing beach bar here, a little pop-up thing. It looked like a carousel with all these seats sticking out of it, and you could get a mojito as you were halfway along the path to Palma. It was a really nice little pit stop. But local regulations banned it. Oh, time waits for no man, least of all that man. Another Lance Armstrong, he's got places to be and people to do. Another chap on an electric scooter, the scourge of modern living. If I had a penny for every time I'd been almost killed by a fellow on an electric scooter, I'd have about 33 pence. There's some ruins here apparently. I don't think they're particularly worth seeing. This is actually a lovely little natural park on the coastline here. It's got these little roped barriers up. And it's a very, very chilled place just to cruise through. And it takes us right past the end of Palma's airport runway, which is where we're going to end this first half of my video, my hyper smooth bike ride to Playa de Palma. If you want to watch part 2, just click the link on your screen right now, and please don't forget to subscribe. You will not regret it. That's a pinky promise. Guys, thanks for joining me on this video, and see you on the next one.